Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for September 11th, 2025. We've got Interlands and Allies today, and a couple of split piles. Also Island Folk. So, trashing from Student and Modify, and technically Trader, but draw is from Distant Shore, Crossroads. Well, there is some synergy there. Okay. Plus actions from Merchant Camp, Crossroads, Specialist. I guess technically there's also drawn actions from Lich, but and then we can take extra turns with Island Folk. The only ways to get that are Student and Sycophant, though. Ooh. Oh, this looks quite awkward. Quite awkward. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna want the Island Folk thing. There is also Voyage for extra turns, and you can't use both of them, like, consecutively. But what you can do, they both say not a third turn in a row. But what you can do is, like, use your Voyage turn to, like, move towards your Island Folk turn, and then, like, the next turn you don't play Voyage, you use Island Folk, that sort of thing. I'm not sure if we'll actually want to do that, but it's an option anyway. So we probably do want to open with a Student. Probably? I mean, because of the favors, Modify is definitely the better trasher. If we had a 5-2, just go Modify Crossroads, I guess. But as it is, probably Student Old Map. I'm thinking. And then we probably grab a Sycophant. On one of the hands where a Student isn't, like, leaving us with very much money. And then, like, ultimately the goal here, like I said, I think is going to be to do some kind of Crossroads Distant Shore draw. Modify. I mean, like, maybe we would actually gain a Lich, and then we can modify Lich into Province. I don't know what we'd be gaining from the trash that would make that useful. Maybe more Sycophants. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. So we have 4 here. I would really like to have 4 after Conjurer is available, but do we want to go ahead and take a silver, or do we just want to take another old map? Old map's pretty good. There's not very many of them. Probably have more opportunities to take silver if we need it. I think I'm going to take the old map. So here, we could trash copper, play old map, and then trash another copper. We may end up drawing another estate, so we might not be able to buy anything if we do that. Alternatively, we trash copper, and then we trash estate. Or we can play the Student after the old map, or just trash estate with Student. I mean, I guess it's worth considering, like, do we want to get a Crossroads and just not even trash estates? There's also Voyage. I'm not sure what We're not going to hit 4 this turn. That's obvious. Maybe rotate off of Voyage as such. It's not like the bot's going to be able to get to Distant Shore or even Sunken Treasure. I'm going to rotate off the Voyage. Do we... Do we want to keep our estates? I'm going to say yes for now. I'm not going to like commit to that as like we're definitely going to do it, but we do, however, need to probably pick up like a silver or something. So we may want to... Let's see. I mean, what would be nice is to get Conjurer, but this hand does not look promising for that at all. If we find our other old map, it could happen. I think I want to play the old map first. Okay, so we could trash a copper here and get either a Sycophant or a Crossroads. How are there 5 cards in the trash? Did the bot also trash on turn 3? It did. Sycophant or Crossroads. Sycophant or Crossroads, or don't play the student. I think the Sycophant thing should work out reasonably well. But maybe we should get the Crossroads first. Like, we only need 1 card left in hand with the Sycophant to get the 3 money. Right now we've trashed 3 coppers, we have 4 coins in our entire deck. If we could take this, if we get the Sycophant now, we can also immediately take the Island Folk turn. I think that is reason enough to do it. Alright. I think I'd like to play the old map first. See if we can find... Okay, we could just get the Crossroads now. If we could get a card, a 4-cost card this turn, we'd want it to be Conjure, not Voyage. So I'm not going to do that yet. And we can. Oh, wait. I forgot about how this works. Hold on. I was thinking like, oh, we'll have this copper, but no, that we will not, in fact, have this copper. Shoot. So do we get another Sycophant? Do we get a silver? We get like another Sycophant and another Crossroads. We can do another round of this. We get a silver. I guess the question is, are we going to be able to like trash a copper, rotate to conjure? I mean, it doesn't have to be a copper, I guess, but like, I guess what we could have done instead is play. No, that doesn't work. Student is mandatory trashing. Yeah. There's no way to like get the 3 coin. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, right. If we wanted to get the 4 cost, well, yeah, it's all awkward. Dum dum dum. All right, I think we take. Is silver going to be enough? Maybe. They got a Crossroads, but they don't have. They only have 1 estate, so it's not going to draw them very much. Now they have 0 estates. Weird. We need to discard the student. Okay, so on the one hand, we can't get to Conjure. On the other hand, we can hit 5. Actually, we can hit 6. We could get a Distant Shore here. That's interesting. Is that even what we want? First time you played a Crossroads, right? So just thinking about, does Specialist Crossroads doesn't let you get more actions? No, it does not. Okay. We could get a Specialist. We could get a Modify. Just get the Distant Shore. We could even, I guess we could get a Sunken Treasure, but that, I don't know. I don't think too much about it. I think I am going to take the Distant Shore. weird deck that we're building here, but we can get another one this turn. If we play this old map, we're going to top deck 2 estates. That does not seem worth it. That's the student. Like, be nice to do that. It'd be nice to be able to get other crossroads, but top decking 2 estates without having actually gotten that crossroad seems kind of bad. Might just trash the Sycophant this turn to take an Island Folk turn, but I guess we'll see. Or we could just discard the student. Okay. Now we could top deck an estate or the student if we play this Distant Shore. Oh wait, there's a silver down there too. I mean, probably the most important thing for our deck to get at this point is not another Distant Shore. It's like a Modify or a Specialist or something. Probably Modify so that we can get more Sycophants. Or more Crossroads off these remaining coppers, maybe. Or even just Sycophant to Sycophant would have some value. I think I'm going to stop here. Take a Modify. Student to Nomads. Oh no, they took one of my Distant Shores! So rude. Discard the silver in hopes to draw our crossroads. It's not that unlikely. Probably discard the estate, though. I'm thinking we take Sycophant Crossroads here, modify Copper to Crossroads by Sycophant, and then we Island Folk and try to get this Distant Shore. All right, so we can. Do we still want Conjurer now? I wanted it earlier. I think it still has some value. Like, play Student, rotate, modify Silver to Conjurer, play 2 Sycophants to discard 6 and get the other Distant Shore. I think that's fine. Now we can get rid of the Student. Oh, you know what we want to do, though, ideally, is rotate. You know, I never talked about. I always talked about drawing plus actions that I cut off before I got to gains. I guess Nomad is a plus buy, though, so we do have plus buy. We'd ideally like to rotate to Lich here, for which we do kind of need the Student. Unfortunate draw, to be sure. If we are going to end up playing with Lich, modifying estates and then getting them back is actually a possibility. We could just cantrip the modify. That's probably fine. Okay. Take one more Crossroads here, maybe. We trash another estate and rotate to Sorcerer. I guess that's probably fine, too. This don't think really matters. I don't think I really want a Voyage. I don't know if the bot does, but I guess we're gonna discard the Conjurer. A little weird, but okay. What do we want to gain with the Conjurer? We gain a Nomads. That probably makes sense. And probably Student Trash a Sycophant to rotate to Lich. Although, are we gonna then not have the money? Well, Nomad just gives us 2 money for gaining it, so I think we should be okay. We don't play the Modify this turn. That's probably fine. We do need like a Specialist or a Merchant Camp or something, but... So we also trash the Nomads. We don't get the favors? We could modify the nomads. We should do that, maybe. Student trash, then sycophant to get the favors and to rotate. And then modify the nomads. We can gain the lich. And then take a specialist. That has the potential to give us plus actions. And can also, like, double playing the modify could be relevant. We can get rid of the student at this point, potentially. Well, the student can trash the lich, too. And now we can gain that nomads back out of the trash. Sycophant, too. Two golds. Oh, you know what? We can also use Island Folk to let us actually play the Lich if we want to. That's interesting. Alright, I think we gotta start with Specialist, Modify. Probably just trash the student. Like, yes, it can be a thing that can be used to trash Lich and Sycophant, but we can just do that with Modify. Now the question is... Definitely going to trash the Lich. We want to gain Nomads or we want to gain Sycophant? Probably Sycophant. So we get our Island Folk favors online. And the question is, do we draw a card or do we just gain a province? Or, like, another Lich or a Modify or something is another option. The fact that we're going to have an Island Folk turn makes me feel better about just gaining a card and risking that we just don't, like, draw. I think I'll just take the province. Whatever, we'll discard that. Well, not ideal, but we're getting there. What are those last two cards? There's a Conjurer and something. Province. Okay. We want to buy another province. We could just gain a Nomads here. But I'm wondering if we should get another Crossroads and, like, another Specialist or something. We're going to need... it's like we need to either, like, Specialist Old Map or something to get, like, plus actions in a way that doesn't require trashing, but I guess, I don't know. Probably fine. Oh, we can also Specialist the Distant Shore, right. Okay, we've got options. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Um, Probably want to gain a nomads. I think I'd like to specialist the modify ideally. Trash. Oh, we can gain the nomads, I guess, from the trash. And then we have 2 more crossroads down there, so we can draw all the cards. Not 2 more crossroads, but another crossroads. Oh wait, we do have 2 more crossroads. Jeez. Okay. So we modify. We could do. Sycophant into nomads. And then Lich gaining the Sycophant back. I mean, do we want the plus buy? Do we care? I don't know. But I think getting the favors is good. Not playing both of these crossroads. That seems clear. I'm not entirely sure that I couldn't like play the Lich, play the Conjure, take the Sycophant, and then like use Island Folk favors again because I wouldn't actually be getting a 3rd turn in a row. But I don't think there's any reason to do that right now. It's just like an observation. All right, what do we want to gain with the Conjurer? Or do we want to... We could gain 2 5 costs at the cost of not getting to set the Conjurer aside. We could take a Merchant Camp, like... It would be useful to have the actions. And we don't really need more favors right now. We'll be able to get those easily enough next turn. I guess... Do it like this. Paid 4 gold to buy a province. Does the bot have any nomads? I guess it has 1. Because I have 1 and there's 2 in the trash. Okay. So we could just play the Lich and then use Island Folk to skip that. Or we could cantrip the Modify. I think I'm going to do that, at least to start with. Oh, this is going to be our only Modify play, though, because we don't have the Specialist. You know, it occurs to me that if we mill 2 provinces to province and buy a province, we don't need another turn. So let's just play the Lich. Okay. All right, so Specialist, Modify, Province to Province. I guess we can turn a distant shore into a province. That is more points efficient. And then I guess we'll double play the nomads. I don't know. For good measure, a sycophant so that we can have an island folk turn, skip our Lich no turn. Whatever. Yeah, that was an interesting one. All the estates. Not actually. We did a trash couple, but I was thinking, like, you know, maybe we'll gain some of the estates back when trashing Lich, but I don't think that would have ever made sense. I think it made more sense to do it this way. I'm also not sure about that. Like, I definitely think there's an argument that we had too many green cards. I'm not really sure what the... Like, it's one thing with Shepherd when you get compounding value out of them, but with Crossroads, you don't... Like, you have to find multiple Crossroads before that happens, so it is definitely not as bust. But although you don't have to discard the cards, so I don't know. What the ratio should be, I don't really know. 4 Crossroads versus a crap ton of victory cards. Maybe that's not enough. We did have the distant shores to like supplement, and we had the old maps to cycle, but yeah. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I very rarely just like play with Lich. Like I feel like I've like the couple of games that recently came up where like Lich was like a kind of like inherited. I think it wasn't actually inherited. It was a campaign feature thing, but it functioned like inherited. The difference being that this pile wasn't on the board. It was just like, you have a Lich in your deck, okay. But like other than that, like I almost never play with this card. But it was good here and fun. I like that. I feel like probably there's a better way to build where you end up with more like specialists faster, and maybe you don't keep your estates early and you just get estates off a distant shore, and I don't know, but it worked out well enough. And it was fun. It was fun to do something a little unusual in that respect. Like let's just trash the coppers and not the estates and add more estates. Sycophant enabling that to like actually generate some money is helpful. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.